Game 3, Day 1 versus Peter Majur of South Sudan, rated 27. Okay, so let me see. I've just gone through the whole game. I'm just repeating so that we can have, I think I sort of didn't realize the board wasn't showing. It is now. So I was playing board 2, round 3 against Peter Majur, rated 2070. I'm white, and I played e4. They played c6, the Caro-Kann, d4, d5, and I chose the fantasy variation. Of course, this is a main line, the pick, and I went. They went e5. e5. Don't pick that pawn. Of course, if you pick the pawn, they don't take your queen, which they can, but instead they play here check, and you're basically losing in that position. So instead, what I played, knight f3, and here they bring the bishop to g4. This is the best move, actually, and I played c3. I could have played bishop c4, which is actually, I think, the best move objective in this position. It's a line that you want to really know deeply. But instead, in this line, I chose this, which looks like I'm hanging a pawn or a pawn structure. And actually, I am, but the reason is quite deep. We'll show you another game in future when it happens. They picked here first. I picked with the queen, and then they picked on d4. Now, this is actually a bad move, and I think black is much worse. Threatening checkmate on this square. I think they have to play the queen out to defend it somehow. The move they choose, knight f6, after my move e1. But this is not opening now. Okay, I sort of know, I have the ideas, but this hasn't been played. I haven't played faced this anywhere because it's not considered a good line. So knight d4, and I castle, threatening checkmate. Queen to d7 is the only move because it saves that guy, maintains protection here. And then now I go ahead and take my pawn back. So I've not sacrificed a pawn. I'm ahead in development. I have a bishop pair. It's a very good position, actually. So here, my opponent plays knight to a6. It's tempting. Take this knight to the bishop, breaking the pawn structure, like this. I thought about it for a moment, but I thought I have a very good attack because by playing here, I'm attacking this knight 3 times. The knight can't really pick because I'll pick here first check. When the king moves away, then I take your knight back. I've won a pawn. My pawns are very strong. This weak pawn here has been protected by a pawn, so that can't work. And I thought for a moment they may consider playing here, but that doesn't work either because this guy would just be attacked immediately, and the same things obtain. When you move away, then I can take back with my bishop. I'm a pawn up. I'm winning a second pawn, maybe even a third, and this position is, we can say, is actually completely winning for white. So instead, he played here, which is a move I'd not really thought through, but it works. So here I had to spend a couple of minutes to think, and it occurred to me that black has no moves. If black castles, okay, they have moves. The moves, I think, is b5, if I'm not mistaken. If they castle, let's say I play a random move like this. If they castle, I can take this pawn. If they take back, I can take back. But here, my opponent actually tells me that planned this move, which attacks my bishop. It attacks the pawn. What's the best move? Let's see. Bishop e3. e6. Interesting. Wow. Interesting. That I didn't see. I'm assuming bishop e4. Assuming the only move to defend it. And rook e1. Yeah, so this would lose. Anyway, but that's a bit too long. It's a very long line. Anyway, bottom line is, it occurs to me that castling on this side is not easy, and to castle on this side you have to move the bishop out, and you can't move this bishop to this square because then I take this pawn. So the only square the bishop can go to is actually here and b4. And for a moment I thought of playing a3, which just stops the bishop from moving, and maybe it's not a bad move. Actually, it's a good move. But I spent some time and came out with this very nice move. And now looking at it from the house, this is actually the best move in the position. And my plan was actually to stop, mark the word stop, bishop b4. And what I'd seen is that if this move is played, I would pick on d5. If they take here, I take the knight check, they take back, I pick here check, and I'm a pawn up, and basically I feel like I'm winning. The king is in the center. Yes, it's opposite colored bishops, but the light squares are very dark. Are very open, and I'm actually winning, and the engine seems to agree with that assessment. But then it occurred to me after I'd played the move, bishop d2, that in this position, I actually saw it even before, that if I pick here, they could actually pick this way. And in so doing, I sort of either save my bishop, or no, not save my bishop. I take this guy, they take this bishop, they're attacking this pawn, I play here, and I sort of felt this is not so clear. I wasn't quite confident about what was going on here. Now that I think about it, I'm seeing I could even have played a move like this. And I think this was also an option, I think. Oh, that's a mistake. Why? Is it this? Yeah, maybe. That's, yeah. Okay, still, I saw sort of this possibility. I didn't like the idea. Yeah, I'm seeing e6 is best. This is quite interesting, but I should play here. Looks ridiculous, actually. Let's say this guy picks d5. Nah, this one didn't occur to me at all. All right, let's go back. Check. This is criminal. Okay, so let's look again. Pick with this guy. Oh, this is just checkmate. I didn't even see this, actually. And of course you can't pick. Oh my goodness, this is such a terrible miss, actually. So here, this move. Okay, let's play check. That's terrible, actually. You're losing. Then where do you play? Can we castle? Can castle. And how do you stop this guy from becoming a queen? Okay, I think the only move would be this, possibly. Yeah, I mean, that's what I should have played, and I should have found those. I would have found those moves, actually, if I had played this. But this is what I had in mind initially, and the idea was literally to stop this bishop move here. Really, that was the plan. And after this, takes. But as happens a lot of times with chess, after in this position, after white played bishop b4, it occurred to me that in fact maybe I could actually play knight e4. And the idea is, it looks like I'm not hanging a bishop, but my knight has to come back. But in fact my plan is to play here check, and say for example king d8, then there's check here, there, and I more or less win an exchange in this position. And what would happen if, say for example, you don't do it? You can't move your bishop away. And if you ignore, for example, and let's say play a random move like let's say this, I can actually take your bishop. Let's say you take back, and then I have this knight coming in with check. So that looked very attractive, and it's not a bad move. It's just that the previous plan was actually much better. I just needed to have confidence and just play exactly as I'd planned. But I found this less, I thought less risky line, and it was less risky. My opponent just castled, which was shocking. I picked, they picked back, and I brought my knight to d6, which was more or less like a good idea. Now I'm threatening here 4 times, so they blocked that attack. And in this position, I'd seen actually, part of the reason I chose this line was because I saw this pawn was free. So I went ahead and picked it. I'd seen he could play this move, of course, and this was my plan. What I didn't see is after he picks, the only thing I'd considered was this move when I'd bring my knight here, and everyone is safe. I'm a pawn up, and I think I'm much better. But in response to this move, which was shocking, I didn't see it. I ended up having to play here. Picks, he's gotten back his pawn, but it's an equal position. And here now my choices are not good. This is not bad. This is not losing. This is what I played. I'm just running through, attacking here twice now. Then rook out, they double their rooks. I play here so that now if they check me, I can block my rook down. They made left. I made left as well for my king. They played rook up, got out of that check. Then they doubled here. I doubled as well and pushed the pawn. And now they came here, setting a trap. Not a trap really. I saw this. I saw everything that happened here, but I miscalculated. I thought I can actually now still go ahead and play this pawn because this is a serious weakness. And if they pick, I pick, they come and play this check. I thought I'd play here because if they take my pawn, I take the rook, and I thought I was better. But if they go ahead and take this guy, my plan was to actually pick here. But then before that happened, after they took on d4, I actually checked the position and saw this actually loses. It loses because it checks me first. I can't move away because I'd hung my queen. It's being attacked by this other queen. And now if I play here to protect the queen, then they have rook d5. So I was so sad to realize I couldn't play that, but it was too late. Now I had to pick here. They take the pawn. And now I hallucinated a bit. So it's more of a tilt. When you're losing, you begin to lose everything. I should just play maybe this move. But in my mind, I saw 2 things. They can check me. If I play here, they can check me here. This and this is checkmate. And I also thought that if I played, let's say after this check, I played here, their queen could come to f1. I kid you not, checkmate right away. So I really should have played rook to this square, but I didn't. I mean, I went ahead and exchanged. It was and this is losing. I saw this as well. This I pretty much saw close to the end. This move, rook to d7, but this is already lost now. I'll just show you the rest of the remaining moves. Played here. This, they brought the king out. I played my king back to defend this pawn. Played up. Brought my rook out. Did I miss something here, by the way? No, it's just okay. This king up, and I thought I'm cutting off the king here, of course. And I'm dreaming of a possibility of playing. I played here. I played this. I played here. Give me something. I probably did. I did miss it. I should have played g4 here. I saw g4. But I thought if they pick, I bring my rook, they come back, and I pick. Oh, but now what happens? I'm not sure. Pick, check. No, I can't. They can't do that. Oh, I should have played it immediately. Oh, I missed that actually. I saw it, but I thought that they bring the king back. And that's what I should have done, because then I'd have had time. So I really missed this opportunity as well. So just bad moves altogether. I played it later, that move g4, but what I thought was, this was my thinking, actually in this position, instead of playing it immediately, I thought, okay, fine, let's play here first, then they play here, and now we can play it. Okay, I played, I think, on this other side, and the idea was, now if they pick, they can't stop me from taking that pawn. They did push. Yeah, actually they pushed the pawn first. Interesting. I think here they pushed the pawn first. Yeah, here they played here, they pushed the pawn. I think I came here, they came here, played here, they came here. Then I think I pushed, they picked, I played this move, and I could have done it earlier. Played this, check, this here, and the game is over. Very simple tactic that wins. So let me see if it still works, because what happened is that in this position, this is where they played, yeah, that move. Let's see. Doesn't work anymore. Okay, fine. Difference. E3. Same thing. Okay. That's a checkmate threat. Yeah. And this guy will queen. You can try this if you want. All right. Anyway, so what happened was the exact move, I think, was this. I think I played here. They played this move. I played there. They picked. I played there. They pushed. I took the pawn. They came back this way. I took this other pawn. They just played this move. I played here. They played a2, and I resigned. That's it, guys. Today, later on, 2 more games is 3. I have to sleep for another 3 hours. We see how everything goes. Yeah, that's it. Bye. Let me know what you think.